Dear Presidents of Ukraine, Russia and Belarus, the Byzantine Catholic Patriarchate hereby announces to you a historic event which took place in the interests of the Ukrainian, Russian and Belarusian nation, which you represent before God in this historic time. On the 8th of January 2013, these three nations were consecrated to the Most Holy Mother of God in the area of Kiev-Pechersk Lavra. In 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, the world was given a prophetic word. If Russia is converted, there will be no world catastrophe. This prophetic word required consecration of Russia to the Most Holy Mother of God. In the hour of his death, Jesus saw his mother and the disciple standing by the cross. Then he said to the disciple, "Behold your mother." The disciple received the mother of Jesus into his own, in sua Latin, Greek, eista idea. God promised his people through the prophet Ezekiel, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you." Ezekiel 36:26. Spiritual transplantation was performed on Calvary in the hour of Christ's death. The mystical body of Christ, the Church, was represented here by the Apostle John. The new Immaculate Heart is the Mother of Christ and Mother of the Church, the Blessed Virgin. She alone, by virtue of the merits of her Son, was preserved from sin, the tragic legacy of the first woman Eve. Saying the words, "Behold your mother," Jesus gives a new heart, his mother, to the early Church. On the day of Pentecost, he puts a new spirit, the Spirit of God, within the nascent Church. Consecration of Ukraine, Russia and Belarus to the Most Holy Mother of God is a spiritual reality of paramount importance in the fight against the system of evil and darkness. This fight for the salvation of Kiev and Rus was started by Saint Vladimir when he cast the pagan god Paran into the Dnieper. In 988, he accepted Christ and his gospel in Kiev. Sometime later, Prince Yaroslav the Wise consecrated Kiev and Rus to the Mother of God. The request of 1917 was fulfilled by Patriarch Elijah of the Byzantine Catholic Patriarchate. The prayer of consecration warns against the ideology of the Antichrist, which establishes total control of each individual through chip implantation with the number of the apocalyptic beast and through the so-called unified register. Moreover, it warns against the perverted gender ideology, which destroys all moral, natural, and Christian values and is linked to the criminal juvenile justice system. The act of consecration was made in divine authority through the successor of the apostles and prophets, Patriarch Elijah. He consecrated Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus with an authoritative statement: "I consecrate these three Slavic nations to the Most Holy Mother of God." In the political sphere, the government has authority to lay down the law which applies to a given territory. This principle applies similarly in the spiritual sphere. Jesus said to the apostles, Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Matthew chapter 18, verse 18. So consecration of these three Slavic nations to the Most Holy Mother of God has become an irreversible historic act which has a decisive influence on their future. The consecration prayer concludes with an appeal. In this year, spend at least 1 hour every day in a conversation with God. The Most Holy Mother of God, whom we have received as our Mother and to whom we have consecrated Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus, is now crushing the head of the serpent. Dear Presidents Viktor Fedorovich, Vladimir Vladimirovich, and Alexander Grigorovich, may the spiritual unity of your peoples be a common barrier against the pressure of globalization exerted by supranational institutions that promote satanization and auto-genocide of the nations, including Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus.
Love.